Hey guys, Drew here. Yesterday we got a decent amount of rain. There's a chance we'll get a little bit today, hopefully. But I spent the afternoon doing some pruning and some planting. Just trying to take advantage of the nice soil. Planted a mulberry. This is the dwarf everbearing. Just made a little protection. Provided a little bit of shade for the first maybe week. Same with this mulberry here. Making sure it stays protected from the really harsh sun we're getting right now. Well, right now it's nice, but randomly throughout the day we get some pretty intense sun. I planted a whole bunch of pigeon peas. I actually planted the borders of each kind of row. I won't leave them all, I'll let them grow and then chop them back for mulch. I also planted out some of these small loquat seedlings. I'd like to pot them up, but you know, I can pot them up into bigger pots and then they're just gonna sit in pots, versus I can plant them right now and what survives is gonna be more resilient anyway. You can experiment and do that when you have lots of seedlings. Tomatoes. I've been thinking about taking out the grasses, taking out this clump of grass and these two clumps of grass, and then replanting them along some of the borders. Then also eventually taking out, maybe later in the season, taking out the clumps of tithonia. So here, 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 and the couple that's over this way. Simply because I want to, as these fruit trees, like the plum and the pear, as they start to branch out, I want to be able to keep this area mulched really nicely, and give it kind of some of the root space that it needs. But yeah, this mimosa tree is going to take off now that we've been getting a little bit of rain, which will be great. Beautiful hibiscus. I've actually been feeding these to the rabbit because he really loves flowers. He really enjoys them. can see that right here. I don't know if you can tell that texture in the water, but those are all more tadpoles. Oh, looky there. 2 little cane toads hanging out. So those are the culprits right there, laying more eggs. I'm happy to do it. They're happy to help. Oh yeah, you can tell here too, that slight texture there to that water, that's all frog eggs. Pretty much raising a frog army here. But it's really amazing when you provide water, you provide the ecosystem for life. It really starts to take off and flourish. Like the last, couple years, I never saw tons of dragonflies like I do now, and especially the frogs. This is really great though too with the frogs. It's I've seen like the invasive Cuban tree frog, and they can kind of create a problem. Some people say. I don't really think they're too big of a issue, but it's good to see some of the native frogs as well. Maybe in like, I don't know, probably another couple weeks before I can harvest all these sunflower seeds. I did plant some of the chocolate sunflowers, the really beautiful dark purple sunflower variety. They didn't come up too good, or they got eaten or whatever, but I think I'll be replanting some of those. I planted a decent amount of the cranberry hibiscus cuttings in different places. Checking on this one papaya. It's small. It's in right here, but it's starting to get yellow up a little bit. I've also got inside of propagating a decent amount of rosemary. Propagates really easily in water. I do want to provide a little bit more sun for the sugar cane here, so I may be pruning the tithonia today. I did cut back the Napier grass. You see it's pushing, but cut that back yesterday, and mulched around the bananas again. A lot of good mulch. I also pruned some of the tithonia here. The bananas are throwing out pups, which is good because I want to be able to propagate them. This clump of sugar cane is doing good. Just been every time I mow the front yard, I add all these grass clippings. Anything in the grass family thrives off of grass clippings. Yeah, it's really starting to shoot now. Oh yeah. I chopped back this area that I had sunflowers growing in and planted it all out in pigeon pea. So this will be a little pigeon pea forest. These lima beans are doing alright. sorghum Sudan grass it came back after cutting it, and it came back a little nicer, so that's good too. The lima beans will probably climb that sorghum Sudan grass. And then right here, I've been waiting on this plant right here for quite some time to come in the mail. This is commonly called the tree daisy. It has a white bloom. It's in the same family that these Tithonia diversifolia is in. The Tithonia diversifolia has the yellow blooms, but this will have the white blooms, and it's really famous for the scent of the white blooms. Smell like cookie dough or cookies, chocolate chip cookies, which is interesting. It can be propagated by cutting in a similar way, and it is starting to shoot out new growth. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I got that in the ground yesterday, and hopefully it does really well. I really am growing that species just to have the diversity, but also I really love the color pattern of yellow and white, so having the yellow sunflower blooms with the white will look really nice. This hedge here is really starting to take off with the rain. Same with over here. And then I planted another long cutting of that same Tithonia diversifolia here. So it should come up right here too. Got a lot of pear tomatoes that I can harvest. Little mulberry tree. Yeah, I bought 4 little ever-bearing mulberry trees, seedlings, and so I got them planted in different spots. I used some of that purple Napier grass to mulch, start mulching the border of this row here. It's really a great thing with the purple Napier grass here. It just like grows back so incredibly fast that you can cut it back like this, and then as you can see in my previous videos I have, only a couple weeks later and it's gonna be right back where it was, especially with good rain. One thing I do need to do is prune my lemon tree over here. It's got some shoots coming up from the bottom, which I can leave if I want to propagate it, but I have so many random citrus trees growing everywhere, I don't really need to. Really am excited about all these papayas. I hope that I get some good ripe ones this year. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. This was just a little food forest garden update on what I've got growing. I hope you guys are having a good one. Peace.